Hey everybody, welcome to Dorkalicious. My name is Lydia. Today we're going to be talking about how to pack for an anime convention. I've been going to conventions for over 10 plus years. Packing for them absolutely drives me crazy. Really wish I had a list in my past. I just made one now. Like, I should be doing this sooner. Anyways, so I just want to make a list for you guys. That way it's easier for you to, do stuff, because that's what the internet's all about. Making your life easy peasy. Life hacks. I don't know if that's life hacks. I don't know. Anyways, so I made a list. It is here, but it's my chicken scratch. So I'll just read it off to you so it makes sense. Okay, so I've divided it into about 4 different categories. We have clothing, we have toiletries, cosplay, and then other. I'm basing this around like a maybe like 3-day max convention, right? Just because obviously some are just 1-day conventions, some are week-long conventions. So regardless of what you go to, I'm just basing mine on like a 3-day convention. So like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So for clothes, underwear, I have approximately 5, just because like you'll need a fresh one every day, but then there's 2 spares in case you get thrown into a pool or something, or something happens like you pee your pants or something. I doubt that happens, but you just want to be prepared anyway. Okay. So if you're a lady, bras is 2, just because normally you use like 1 bra a week, right? I mean, like I don't know how some people's sanitary things are. Sometimes you change them all the time. I don't know. Generally, I go through like 1 to 2 bras a week. So it's just a light one and a dark one, just depending on what you're wearing, whatever will work. Socks, it depends on your costume, right? So like maybe like just 2 pairs, maybe like 1 black, 1 white. If you're wearing like Lolita stuff, you'll have like obviously the high frilly ones. But if you're just wearing regular running shoes, then your regular crew cuts, right? Shoes, you just have your regular running shoes, or like if you have cosplay shoes, then you'll go with that. Pants / shorts, depending on your locale. So like if you're in Cali or something, or you're not going to be wearing like super heavy jeans. But if you're at Anime North, depending on the weather, because it's Canada, I mean, we had 1 year where we had to wear winter jackets, and you have 1 year where you're just absolutely dying. It's so hot. So like, just check the forecast and see kind of gauge where you are for the clothing that you're wearing. Then you need shirts and hoodies. If you have like funny, like hilarious anime shirts, now is the time to wear them. I saw one guy have otaku in the streets, senpai in the sheets. Hilarious. Futurama ones are like something funny that's like something that you like. Great time to wear them now, because that way you'll draw attention from people who like the same stuff as you, and then it's definitely a conversation starter. Funny t-shirts, if you got them, bring them. If you don't, make them. Aha. PJs. For PJs, I'm going to say this. You need good ones. You wouldn't wear PJs that you would wear at home, because a lot of times at nighttime you'll have room parties and you'll have people coming. When I have conventions, I have actually like a special pair of PJs that I wear. I have like this really cool like Jack Skellington tank top and like printed pants. They like match and like they look still like good, right? With room parties, you don't know who's coming, and if you want to impress people with your stuff, then yeah, absolutely. Don't wear stuff with like big holes and stuff. It's like you wanna like look presentable while you're still looking like you're sleeping. Good PJs for that reason, because people will see you, and just like even if you're not gonna have room parties, if you're sharing room with people, you're prepared and you're good. Bathing suit, sometimes like if there's like a hot tub or pool parties, like sometimes they have anime pool parties, just bring a bathing suit. But yeah, like it's not something you would do aquafit with. It's usually like something flattering, something nice, right? Because you're trying to attract the eye of other people. Slippers is a good one, because if you're doing like room to room parties, you don't want to be trudging your like street shoes out there. So like if you have like funny slippers or something cute, that's good. Otherwise, those dollar store fuzzy socks, just as good. If there is something that happens at the room party, you have to leave very quickly, you can just scare away. It's great. Dance party clothes, like a kigurumi. You can sleep in them if you wanted to. And people just usually wear just underwear underneath them. Or you can wear them to the raves, and people dance in them. They're expensive, that's the only thing, right? So usually if you buy a kigurumi, you usually have like 1, right? So make sure it's a character or an animal that you really like. Okay, so we are into toiletries. Fun times. Okay, deodorant is key. There are some smelly people at conventions. You don't want to be the smelly person. Bring deodorant. Shampoo, it depends on your needs, right? So like if you're a guy with like super, super short hair and you have the room by yourself, then that's fine. You don't have to bring anything, because like usually the shampoo, that bottle is about this big and you'll be fine. But for me, like I wash my hair twice a week just because it's so long, right? So if I do run into a situation where I have to wash it, this little container is not helping me. So usually I bring my big Tresemme bottles, just in case I have to shampoo. Usually I wash my hair before the convention. That way I don't have to worry about it at the convention. But if it was like a really hot, sweaty day or if I was in the pool and I smell like chlorine, you know, I need my stuff with me. So usually the shampoo and conditioner, that's kind of like, that's my go-to. Body wash as well. Some people don't use body wash. Like me in particular, I have like very sensitive skin. I have to use sensitive skin body wash, so I usually bring my own stuff. Toothbrush and toothpaste. Sometimes they can provide you with that at the hotel, but it's better to just bring your own just so that you're prepared. Your hotel room is essentially like you're there to sleep and then you go. You're not hanging around there the whole time. The convention's only happening once a year, so you just need to get up and move. Shower, you're out there and you're enjoying your day. Hair product, bring brush it out, look good, you feel good. Any medicines you have, it's easier just to bring it as opposed to you trying to go around finding a pharmacy. Any medical appliances, like me, for example, I grind my teeth at night because I'm just like, like, you know, worries of the world. I don't know why I do it. It's not something I consciously do. I have like an apparatus that like goes in my mouth every night when I go to bed. Or if you have like sleep apnea, bring your machine. You want to feel good. You want to feel refreshed. So if you have any medical appliances, definitely bring them. Hair ties are super important. Usually I have like 3 to 5 like in rotation. Be prepared for losing a couple because you're going to lose a couple. It happens. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just be prepared. Pillows, sometimes if you need to bring your own pillow. I know some people are super concerned about this. Some aren't. Like if you need a firm or a soft, sometimes the hotel will provide. But otherwise, if you have like a super special pillow that you got to like a certain like thickness, bring it along. Make sure to wash it when you get back because you don't know what's there in the room. You're hoping that everything's clean, but you have no idea. Lady products, pads, tampons, that stuff. Adult items if you are planning to do some adult activities at conventions. Not gonna say what. It's a PG-13-ish video. You can draw your own conclusions. Third column I have here is cosplay. My big tip for this is try on your cosplay the entire thing, like from head to toe, and then once you are happy with it and you have everything, then take off everything and put it in its own bag. Just to ensure that you have everything, because there's nothing more infuriating than you missing a piece and you can't go back home for it. Even like socks, shoes, like undergarments, like everything you would have on your person that day, try it on and then strip head to toe off and put it in a bag. That way you know that you have everything and it's super prepared and it has its own dedicated bag. Any big props? Some people, what they do, if they're going to conventions that are super far away from where they live, sometimes they'll ship the prop to the hotel. If you are going to do this, make sure that you have enough time to do that. I mean, otherwise, there's nothing more embarrassing than showing up and then you're gone and then it shows up like 3 days after you've left. If you need to do it, that's an option. Safety pins are a good thing to have for cosplay because a lot of times something, maybe a stitch will fall out or something just is not in place properly. Safety pins are like a godsend for cosplayers. They're like the little hands that you don't have to help kind of put stuff in place. A glue gun is good to have as well, just pretty much for the same reason. Needle and thread, pretty much a repair reason. So we're moving on to our final column is the other. So pen, highlighter. This is usually for when you're actually given the booklet, so that way you can kind of properly plan out your con and then have a seamless con experience. Phone charger is good because a lot of times our phones are our lives now, right? I mean, it's our alarm clock, it's our telephone, it's our camera, it's our flashlight. So definitely bring your phone charger because you're gonna have a bad time if you don't charge your phone. Some people bring like the little portable battery packs. Your laptop, if you have a laptop, so your laptop is like your office. It's like your portable office you take with you. And so if you have a laptop, definitely bring it. And it's good for like even entertainment. Like sometimes if you need to sleep, some people sleep with the TV on, some people don't. But like I particularly like having YouTube on when I go to bed, watching my favorite streamers, and that's why I have like a seamless night. So like, but then when you don't have that thing that you're used to, you don't get a good enough sleep, and then you get groggy and grouchy. Nobody wants a groggy, grouchy person. So bring your laptop. Snacks are a good thing to have, just like granola bars and like little things you can kind of like sneak into pockets. Business cards if you have them. Bring camera if you are a professional cosplay photographer. If you're not, your phone is just as fine. I mean, you don't have to lug around this big, huge thing. Penlight is good. That's like a more of a recent thing. So if you don't know what a penlight is, because I just learned last year what it was, it's like it's a device that's about this long, and it literally lights up different colors. So a lot of Japanese people use it for when they go to concerts. It'll change like different colors depending on like what button you press, and then like say for example this particular team, their team color is pink, so then whenever they're on stage you change it to pink, and then you're like woo, and they do the little chants and the little dances and all that. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. They're good for raves as well. If you don't have access to a pen light, you can always just go to the dollar store and get some glow sticks, just as cool. Here are some things to remember. If you're going to cosplay at a convention, just do 3 cosplays max. And the reason why I say that is because you're not going to have a good time otherwise. I mean, I've seen people do like 2 cosplays a day, so have 6 cosplays, and then you're spending most of your time just in a hotel's room changing, and it's like very frustrating. So if you want to have like a good experience, I'd recommend 1 to 2 max. If you want 1 for Friday, 1 for Saturday, 1 for Sunday, then yeah, you can do 3. But I find 1 to 2 is just enough, and because you want to cosplay, and this is a venue to do it, but also you want to have a fun time with your friends, right? Not having me like, oh, I gotta change this petticoat because it's noon and I'm supposed to be someone else at this time, right? So like, it's just for you to have a better experience. Just don't overstress yourself with too many cosplays. If you are packing for a convention, I would say pack 1 to 2 days ahead of time. And the reason I suggest this is because you will always forget something. Doesn't matter what. Like always you'll forget some things. But if you have packed like 3 days before, then you'll be like doing something like, oh man, I forgot to put this in. And then you can put it in and then you're totally ready. So if you do last minute packing, you're always guaranteed to forget something. If you do forget something, is my other point, you can always buy something that you forgot, right? As long as like you're within like a shopping plaza, which normally, conventions are nearby other things, right? So, and if not, it's usually like a 10 or 15 minute drive. And in North, for example, there 20 minutes you can get to a Walmart if you did forget something. But like, obviously you don't want to be spending money out of pocket that you don't have to spend. So yeah, just pack before so that you can defer that from happening. Okay, last but not least, try not to stress yourself sick. And I say that from experience because honestly, like I would take my con experiences so seriously that I would actually make myself sick. Probably like 3 years ago, I used to get very sick when I'd get to conventions, right? So like I always have like a cough or a cold or something. And then when I was at the convention, I'd be like miserable, and I'd be taking like oil of oregano and like I'd be Dayquil, NyQuil, all that stuff, right? And I found the common denominator, the thing that always made me sick was stress, because I would stress so much about the convention that I would stress myself sick. So lately, like the past 2 years, I've had a very chill outlook when it came to conventions. I would pack 3 days ahead of time. I would have all my printouts and everything, and I found that I was actually not getting sick because I wasn't stressing myself out. Which is like, I know, it's something like so obvious, but like until I like learned it, I was like, oh, so yeah, don't stress yourself sick. Because conventions only come once a year, and you don't want to be sick during that time and then make your friends sick and then make them sick, and just like you're just like this virus of like, ugh, nasty. So that is all my points, and I hope I covered everything. If I didn't, please comment below what I'm missing, because like, like I said, you're always gonna forget something. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope that it's helpful. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Anyways, it was fun dorking out with you guys. Bye bye.